Corianne Etienne, and welcome to Cooking with Corianne. You know, one of the things I'm very open about is my challenge with baking. I seem to not be able to grasp the scientific nature of it, unless, of course, I call up my mother-in-law in England and ask her for her best baking tips. Recently, she showed me how to make an absolutely buttery, flaky, beautiful shortcrust pastry, and I want to show you how simple it is. You want to start with an ice-cold bowl. This bowl's been in the fridge for about 15 minutes, and I've added 400 grams of all-purpose white flour to it. And then you want to add 200 grams of ice-cold butter. The trick with a flaky and buttery shortcrust pastry is really that you don't use your hands very much. So I'm just going to measure out. Nearly there. One more. Well, that is a perfect amount. So you've got 600 grams blended with butter and all-purpose flour. And you're going to pop it into your food processor. Now, some people like to use their hands for this, but really the trick, as I'd mentioned earlier, is that you need the ingredients to be nice and cold. So the fewer times you use your hands on a shortcrust pastry, the more beautiful it will come out. So kind of pop that in. And you're going to blitz it in your food processor for about 15 to 20 seconds. Ready, steady. One more time. It's looking beautiful. What you want as a result is really kind of like a bread crumbly effect, and I haven't quite got there yet. Brilliant. And don't worry if the flour gets everywhere. You're going to need that flour dusting for when you roll out your pastry. So I've got my ice cold bowl and my shortcrust pastry. Be careful of the blade, darlings. I'm going to pop this right over, and you want to make a little cavity in the center of your bowl. And you're going to add a pinch of salt. And about 100 mils of ice cold water. And the trick with this is it really does need to be ice cold. I'm going to pour in a little bit now and a little bit later. And I'm really just going to knead it through. Kind of spin the bowl around until it starts to kind of come together. Add a little bit more water. And again, just really pull that together. This would have been a great time for me to put on an apron. But you know, I like to get dirty in the kitchen. It's what food's all about, right? So that's really starting to form into a nice dough. And just add the rest of my water. And keep blending it together. It's almost therapeutic. But a great reminder for why I didn't go and have my nails done yesterday. Certainly it'll be a treat when I have them done tomorrow. Okay, so the kneading's almost done. What you want to do now is just grab a little dusting of flour. Channel your inner flour power, darlings. And really just plop that out. And you're still going to have a little bit at the base. Just use your hands to pop that right up. You know, a year ago, if somebody had asked me to make a shortcrust pastry, I would have fell over dead. But trust me, if I can do it, so can you. And you're just really going to use all of your superhero kitchen powers to kind of bleed that in and make it a nice dough. If you like butter, you will love this. So I've got a nice mound here. I'm just going to grab my cling film remind me to clean my cling film box later. And I'm going to tightly cover it in the cling film and place it in the fridge for about 20 minutes while I get working on a fantastic rustic almond berry tart. I might even wash my hands too. Shortcrust pastry.